the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will put total weather to crank us up. That ball scoots through the back of the end. It'll be a touchback. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Reed. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kramer. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. The short hands, it's Concepcion. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a cut. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, the offense getting a little bit greedy. I think they had an explosive play the play prior, and they decided to try to pile on, throw the ball right away. But the defense was ready for it. What a great job up front, defeating the block and getting the sack, creating a negative play.
Takes the handoff. It's Moss. Tackled there by the defense.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this off.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. Fit it in the window for the score. This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practiced.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The RPO, it's complete. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to throw, it's Manning. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the hands because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday, what an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Looking to the big tight end. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. The give to the back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for wins.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. The play action fake. Looking deep. He hauls it in and nobody's close. Off to the races. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the pass rush gets home.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Makes the catch. It's crazy. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Running behind that left side. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Breaks into the open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Quickly complete. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Fakes to grab. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Gives it on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Makes the grab over the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Concepcion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It'll be 3rd and long. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll stop him just outside the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shakes off the defender. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. To the air, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Reed. Grabbed over the middle. It's Concepcion. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. If the offense has had enough, they'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. That was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They go to the ground. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll move the tight end. They're going to ride this running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the running back. Runs through a tackle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for the whole length of the game.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Now, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Motion from the wideout. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
He did a really good job on 3rd down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in. On 3rd down, those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
Got it. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Horns are up, and the eyes of Texas are focused on building the lead against the Aggies.
And the Horns are capturing this momentum. Listen, a lot of angst, a lot of nervousness early in the game, Palmer, but now Texas in this rivalry game taking over.
Yeah, you're right. Hook 'em right now. They're just enforcing their will in this game. They're the more physical team at this point. Texas A&M, they've got an uphill battle here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Back to pass, it's Reed. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense. Find some fresh air. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Reed. Got his man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 25. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Well, guys, so far this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to pass. Touchdown, Aggie. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that and put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute very well.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking for a man. It's Manning. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll going to take a shot at this DB. A full dive to haul that one in. He's now over 150 yards receiving, and the Aggies ready to go whoop.
Yeah, ready to go whoop, ready to celebrate. They're excited. And listen, when you can find these playmakers that you feature and you consistently feature, this is when Aggies go nuts. They go crazy because their offenses are fun, exciting.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back, and got him on the ground. Nice job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Rushes on him. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football. I tackle him on the ground, and I force the 4th down.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Tackle at the 26-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the 1st down.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this was just about over. Line is set on 3rd down. And they'll take a knee on 4th down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Man, that is frustrating for a defense. You have to know, fourth down, this quarterback is going to be a threat to run the football. They got a little bit out of position. He makes them pay and gets a fresh set of downs.
And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. The week has been immersed in midnight yells, barbecue smells, a sea of crowds in the fall colors, and the Lone Star Showdown ends with Texas hooking up and getting the victory over the Aggies. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this is